Welcome to Crocodile MTG, your home of competitive, constructed play in the modern, standard, and legacy formats. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the Crocodile MTG channel, and we hope you enjoyed today's video. Hello everyone, and welcome to game number 2, match number 2. This is game 1 of match number 2. We did win the die roll, so we are going to go first. We're going to start off with a Chalice on 1 into a Magus of the Moon, into hopefully a couple Goblin attackers. So Chalice on 1 is definitely one of the most powerful starts to any game of Legacy that you can have. If it does resolve, it does put a damper in many strategies other than this one. And our opponent may have a Force of Will here. So if they do, that's going to be unfortunate for us. Yeah, and it looks like a Force of Will here. But being that they're using Force of Will on the Chalice, hopefully we are going to be able to get through with the Magus. Now I guess, do I want to play Magus? I probably should just start attacking aggressively. So we're going to go ahead and play out the Legion War Boss here. And we'll see if our opponent... Okay. So our opponent, I'm not sure what blue strategy they're on, but they're on some sort of blue strategy here. We'll see what they fetch up. Once they start fetching, they may be waiting for the Blood Moon here. I think I'm going to go ahead and go to combat. Maybe I should just play out the War Boss and get an aggressive start going. And then I can play out a Trinisphere next turn. So we are going to be attacking with everything here. They may have a Swords to Plowshare. Alright, it looks like they do. Alright, so this does look like more of a Miracles build. So we'll see what our opponent plays out here. So yeah, Magus and Blood Moon aren't going to really be that helpful. I think we're going to go ahead and play out the Trinisphere here. So do I want to attack with everything? Probably not. Just attack for 2 to start with. This is probably a Stoneblade combo. That artwork on True Name, I haven't seen that before. There's a Tundra. So I guess that's some incentive to play out this Blood Moon now. If we're able to play out the Ensnaring Bridge and protect our life total, that'll be pretty good. We are taking quite a bit of damage here off the Ancient Tomb. Alright, Council's Judgment. It looks like they're taking out our Trinisphere. They're going to go ahead and play Ponder here. Sorry everyone, I just noticed my follower thing was in the game log. Alright, that should be moved now. They're going to play out Ponder here. They have 1 card in hand. They chose not to shuffle and they drew a card. Here is Fiery Confluence. So that is pretty good. If we move the combat and attack with everything, we hit them... If we attack with everything with the Legion War Boss, we hit them for 4. And then we can Fiery Confluence for the win next turn. But chances of them having either a removal spell for the Legion War Boss or an answer for the Fiery Confluence is pretty high. And I also, that disincentivizes me to play out the Magus or the Ensnaring Bridge. Well, I mean, Ensnaring Bridge is fine. Magus or Blood Moon, because I want to be able to, if I draw a red source, I want to be able to play out the Fiery Confluence next turn. I think the smart play would just be to attack with the Goblin tokens and hit them for 2. I think I'm going to go ahead and play out the Magus of the Moon, and hopefully they're going to be able to... Actually, Magus of the Moon might be a little... might be incorrect. It might screw up our mana. We're going to go ahead and play out the Ensnaring Bridge here. It's not going to have too much of an effect on us, but hopefully we draw a red source and we'll just be able to end the game. Alright, so our opponent brainstorms. They have 5 cards in hand. They're going to put 1 or 2 on top. So hopefully they don't find the answers they're looking for. I guess an incentive to play out Magus. Alright, there's Stoneforge Mystic. Batterskull. Alright, if we draw a mountain here, we win the game, I'm pretty sure. There's a Ponder. They have Batterskull in hand. If they have 1 other blue card and a Force of Will, they might be able to survive. They're going to be tapped out here, though. When they searched with Stoneforge, that shuffled away their Brainstorm thing, so they have no idea what's on top of their library right now. Hopefully we're going to be able to take over the game, though. If we draw a red source, I'm pretty sure that's just game over. They have to have a counter spell of some sort or a removal spell. And unfortunately, we did not draw the red source here. Maybe I should have played the Magus last turn. Alright, I might as well attack with all the tokens. I'm going to go ahead and play the Magus out here as an additional creature. But they're going to be able to put a Batterskull into play, and that's going to be difficult to deal with. Yeah, I'm going to play out Magus here. They're going to search their with Scalding Tarn, and then hopefully they're going to... Oh, they chose not to search for Scalding Tarn. That is interesting. They do have the Batterskull, though, so... Oh, my goodness, and there's the Fiery Confluence. Mana. And now they're going to gain 4 and go up to 6. I don't think we're going to be able to beat this now. If they block... Alright, they're not going to be able to attack at least this turn, so I'm going to go ahead and attack with everything. We are going to get in for 3 probably this turn. Oh no, we're going to get... No, because they're going to tap the Stoneforge. Yeah, so here comes... Oh, and then they can put it on True Name. No, because the Ensnaring Bridge is in play. Alright, so we're not in as bad shape as I think we are. There's a lot just going on in the board. I can't imagine they just take it. So we get in for 3, they gain 4. Alright, now I can play out Karn. I can play out Karn, or I can play out I'd probably play out Karn and then tick up, I guess. That way they can't Ensnaring Bridge. Can't get through the Ensnaring Bridge. And then hopefully we'll be able to peel off the win here. Unfortunately, we're... Alright, we're going to tick up. I'm not sure how this works. What happens when Batterskull becomes a creature? Is it just a creature attached to the germ? Oh, the creature... Okay. So the creature goes away. So that's interesting. That's actually something I didn't know about. Alright, so now they're at 6. So hopefully, if we don't take a bunch of damage here... Oh no, I just killed ourselves. Because if they Council's Judgment and get rid of the Ensnaring Bridge... Oh no. So it would have been a 4. They still would have had 8 damage. So hopefully they vote for the right thing here. If they vote for Karn, we win. If they vote for Ensnaring Bridge, we lose. It didn't matter. It could have mattered, but it didn't matter that it made Batterskull a creature. I misread Karn also. I thought it was until the end of your turn, but it's until your next turn. Oh, they voted for Karn. Okay, so we won the game. If they would have voted for Ensnaring Bridge and attacked here, we would have just lost. So now, unless they have Force of Will, if they have Force of Will or... They have Force of Will or Daze, which I don't think they'll have a Daze, but they'll probably have a Force of Will, if I was to guess. Our opponent deciding if they want to attack or not. Yeah, they hit us for 4. Again, we dealt all this damage to ourselves. Alright, now we pray. Deal 2 damage to each opponent. Oh, we got it. Okay, again, that goes back to that last turn. If they would have voted for Ensnaring Bridge, they would have killed us. Something stopped them from doing that. So, all right. So that was blue-white Stoneblade. So what do we want here? We want Pyroclasm. Yep, we want Pyroclasm. I could see playing Scab Clan. And I can see cutting... The Ensnaring Bridge was actually good here. Chandra's a little iffy. It's always weird to bring in Pyroclasm, but have all the Goblin strategies with Warboss and Rabblemaster as well. They are playing blue-white, so I don't need these Blood Moons, I don't think. So maybe I keep Chandra here. Do we keep Magus of the Moon just for... Magus of the Moon purposes as another creature? I guess we could. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play this. We just brought in the Pyroclasms. Everything else is in the sideboard. It filters with Karn pretty well, so hopefully that's all good stuff. Alright, we have a Chalice on 1. But the rest of the hand's pretty slow. I think I do want to mulligan this. Alright, this hand looks much better. Looks much better. What do I want here? Probably the bottom in Ancient Tomb. I probably just bottom the Magus. We don't have any red mana at the moment, so I can see bottoming the Magus here. I'm going to lead it on Ancient Tomb, though, and attempt to play Chalice on 1. And hopefully that resolves. Alright, our opponent might have like a Spell Pierce or something here, too, which I got to watch out for. Go for it. Alright, there's a Brainstorm. So they're probably going to search for a Force of Will, hopefully. Oh, Chalice on 1 resolved. Alright. Now if we draw a red mana source, we're going to be able to play out Goblin Rabblemaster. If not, we're going to just play out this Trinisphere. Alright. Nothing for the Rabblemaster yet. Alright, we don't have anything else for the mana here. Our opponent is probably looking for their 3rd mana. Alright, there it is. So we're going to be able to play out stuff here, unfortunately. True name? Oh, Narset. Okay. Force Will revealed, but they can't play it. Ooh, there's a Simian Spirit Guide. Alright, so exile Simian Spirit Guide. Play Goblin Rabblemaster. Yeah, I probably want to attack the Narset here. No, probably not this turn. We're just going to go after our opponent. And hopefully we find a red source, like I said before. Alright, so our opponent does have a Force of Will in hand. And they're going to reveal 1 more card. So they have a Teferi here. They probably play the Teferi, and unless they have a Supreme Verdict, yeah, they probably bounce Rabblemaster, would be my guess. But if we find the red mana source, we're going to be able to just play it back out. Unfortunately, our only red mana source was Simian Spirit Guide last turn. So hopefully, our opponent definitely has a decision to make, because if they don't bounce it, they can't play. Oh, they bounced Trinisphere. I think I'm okay with this. I'm going to replay Trinisphere, but they're going to... Okay. So I'm going to get the Trinisphere down next turn. I'm going to take out both their Planeswalkers. So I'm going to attack each. Alright, so that's Narset, that's Teferi. Forward at our opponent. Yeah, I don't think the Trinisphere was the correct play. So we're actually going to play out a Trinisphere next turn. They're going to counter the first one with Force of Will. And then we're going to just... we're just going to play out another Trinisphere. And we might be able to pull off the win here. Alright, here's Force of Will. Discarding Spell Pierce. Unfortunately, we're going to have to sacrifice our City of Traders, which means all our lands deal us damage now. And we're going to play out another Trinisphere. And now hopefully our opponent doesn't have the board wipe. And if we find a red mana source, I'm pretty sure we just run away with this game. Alright, so Force of Will and Teferi's gone. Oh, there's a Batter Skull. That's actually a rough one for us to deal with. And we don't have any way to deal with it at the moment. So our opponent's just going to gain a bunch of life. That really sucks. I thought we were out of this one, but it does not look like it. Naturally, drawing and playing a Batter Skull is a little tough. But when you're playing a prison deck, you gotta expect going to the late game. It'd be nice to draw a Karn, I think. We'd be able to... Alright, it'd be nice to draw a red source, to be honest, but... Alright, we are going to have to attack with our tokens here. Legion War Boss is nice because you get to choose if you want to attack with the tokens after the first round, but unfortunately this is not the case. We're going to get hit down to... Yeah, down to quite a bit. I guess I could block here. It just doesn't feel good. We need a red source really bad. Alright, there's True Name. I think we're just dead now. Alright, there's a red source. Does that do anything that we care about? Oh, shoot. That was a City of Traders. I thought we had 2 Ancient Tombs out. Alright, that was my mistake. It does not look like we're going to fare pretty well against this one either. We can Pyroclasm. That just kills all our stuff, though. Ah, shoot. I didn't realize that City of Traders was a City of Traders. Read your cards, folks. It's because I had two different artworks on them, and this one's pretty close to that border. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. What's the play? Our opponent has a bazillion life. We have a Pyroclasm. I think we're just dead. Yeah, because we take 2 off of this no matter what. And then the Batterskull kills us. So unfortunately we're gonna lose this game. Luckily we have one more game under our belt. So we have, what are our options here? Winter Orb, actually, is that any good here? Because they're playing out large game threats. They also have the Planeswalkers I didn't see before. So I could see bringing in a Sorcerer Spyglass. Snaring Bridge was pretty good. I want to keep a Spyglass in the sideboard so I can minus and get it with Karn if I need to. That being said, we haven't drawn a Karn either of our matches yet, which is pretty weird. Scab Clan's probably fine. Trinisphere is good, as we saw that game. Is he trimming a Chandra, maybe? Chandra feels like a pretty recursive threat, though. I'm going to trim a Fiery Confluence. And I think I'm going to leave the Winter Orb sideboard. If we draw a Karn and get the Karn down, we can grab it from our side. But for the most part, I think I just want to play a pretty aggressive game. We're on the play, so we want to mulligan this hand. All right, this one is much better. What's weird is, so I almost want to Chrome Mox the Fiery Confluence, and then we can Chandra on 1 if we wanted to. I think I want to try and play Trinisphere on 1 first, and then we can play Chandra turn 2 after baiting out something. But I think I want to put the... Do we put the Ancient Tomb on the bottom, or do we put City of Traders? We probably want the consistent mana. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to put City of Traders. Alright, Ancient Tomb, and I'm going to cast Chrome Mox. Alright, we're going to attempt the Trinisphere here. Alright, now we're going to pass the turn. And we're pretty much in clear waters now for the Chandra next turn. So we're going to deal 2 to our opponent. And now we're just going to keep ticking up the Chandra, and hopefully we're going to be able to get through. So our opponent can't do anything because of this Trinisphere, which is good for us. Do we want to play the Chrome Mox? No. So I'm just going to play out this Trinisphere. And then we can play out the Ensnaring Bridge next turn. If our opponent just double fetches and has like Council's Judgment, this is going to be tough for us. But pretty much right now we're in the driver's seat, churning through our deck. And having this Ensnaring Bridge is actually pretty decent. Alright, our opponent's going to have to get 2 Tundras. Oh, they don't have 2 Tundras. Alright, and we're just going to play the Ensnaring Bridge next turn, and then hopefully... no, I don't want to play out the Monkey. Alright, we're just going to pass the turn back. Alright, so they are going to get to at least hit our Chandra here so we don't get the ultimate. Alright, we're going to play out the Rabble Master, though. Now hopefully we're going to be able to aggro out against our opponent and hopefully take the victory here. This is game number 3 of match 2. So those Trinispheres were definitely good in our opening hand. And Chandra, obviously, on turn 2 is very good. We could have Chandra'd on turn 1 if we wanted to, but I think Trinisphere is more important. Getting the prison elements down is pretty important for this deck, especially with the power level Legacy. Even just having like 1 mana open can mean so many different things, especially against a blue-white deck. I know they have Spell Pierce. They showed me it earlier when they exiled it with Force of Will. So now our opponent also has to choose if they want to true name and attack Chandra, or if they are gonna just true name as a blocker. All right, so Chandra's down the 2. They can take out Chandra next turn. All right, there's a Stoneforge Mystic. We draw Fiery Confluence. There's a Batterskull. I'm going to go ahead and play out the mountain here. I'm going to take up Chandra. Pyroclasm kills the board and lets us rebuild with... helps us rebuild with Chandra. That seems pretty good. Does Pyroclasm kill True Name, though? I want to make sure it does. Alright, give me 1 second here, everyone. Does Pyroclasm deal damage to True Name Nemesis? The damage is prevented. Protection from a player is a variant of a protection ability. A permanent with protection from a specific player has protection from each object that player controls and protection from each object that player owns, not controlled by another player. So it does look like Pyroclasm won't kill True Name Nemesis, which in... You can counter True Name. 1 moment, everyone. Reduct damage, gain control, turn into... An ability or spell that deals unpreventable damage. Alright, so we do not want to cast this. Cancel. We just want to move into combat and attack. I'm going to go ahead and cast out the Simian Spirit Guide here. They're going to get to play out. So they're going to kill True Name. They're going to kill Chandra with True Name. I'm glad I looked that up, because if that True Name would have stuck around after that, that would have sucked quite a bit. Alright, so Chandra down. And we might be stuck in this this lock again. Actually, we're going to hit our opponent to 1, I'm pretty sure, this turn. So if we draw a Legion War Boss, that actually is the game. If we draw another Chandra, that's the game as well. Yeah, it's definitely something to be to pray to the top deck gods. Because Rabblemaster... Actually, they have to block Rabblemaster here. Yeah, I don't think Batterskull is going to be enough, because then we hit for 4 down the 2 and they block Rabblemaster, so we don't have to attack with our goblins then the following turns. I think this might actually been correct. So like, there's the Chandra. You're gonna die to Chandra. This artwork is amazing, by the way. One of my favorite Chandras. Good game opponent. Thank you so much for watching. Please go hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video. For your custom playmats, mousepads, and more, head over to Inked Gaming. Use promo code crocodilemtg10 to receive 10% off your order. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons.